I've said this before. This is pretty much her whole content. That is her persona. To say those phrases over and over again in practically every video. This is why I say it's sad. People can be child free. People can live however they want. But this is why it's sad, is that it seems like since this is your persona, this is what you're trying to do to gain validation. People support that. Oh, being child free is great. My decisions in life is supported. It's validated. I should be happy. Like, I did the right choices. I made the right decisions. Because it's like you're trying to feel better about your decisions in life, and it looks sad. Because again, great that you're happy, but that's all you. That's everything about you, right? That lifestyle, being child free, being single, party time all the time, that's it. That's her life. And if she's happy, great. But honestly, how it seems that is who you are, it looks sad. Because I would say the same thing if like someone constantly, and they have to make it a point, right? Have to make a point. Oh, I'm so happy. I have kids. I have a husband, or I have a partner. I'm so happy. I'm 40, 50, whatever. I have kids. I have a marriage. Okay, great. But I mean, to say it, right? And then say the right? The right is unhappy. It's like you're trying to seek validation. You're trying to, support your delusions. Because deep down, you possibly aren't happy, but with validation from online, from obviously women, it will make you, feed your delusions. Like, I am happy. I should be happy by these decisions that I make. That, I can't change now. Right? So please, the internet, please strangers, please women, validate these feelings that, okay, I am happy. I've made the right choices, and the right hate the choices I've made. It's like people don't care. Okay. It's more like, again, this is the internet. This is social media. So I'm just giving my opinion. Right. So we're all valid to our opinion, because I will get plenty of women bashing me on that. But it's just, again, why it looks very sad is because, are you actually happy, or you're just trying to fake it? You're just trying to you're just trying to let the internet, let strangers, right, validate some emotions where, you can feel right about your decisions. Because if people aren't validating your choices in life, you would probably think about it more and say, you know what, I'm not fulfilled. I'm not happy. But of course, women will definitely always get support online. They will feel validated in their decisions, and then it will feed into the delusions. And again, everyone can live their own whatever life they do. But again, I'm just giving an opinion, right? It's just an opinion, right? It's just an observation, okay? Because again, like I said, this woman makes this her life. That's her life. That's her persona. Partying all the time, which is fine, whatever. You don't want to party all the time. You don't want to have kids, cool. You want to be single, cool. But it seems like, again, honestly, she makes that her life. It looks sad. The perspective is very sad, in my opinion. But hell, people can do whatever they want. I just find this is how a lot of women use the internet to seek validations in their delusions, hypocrisies, and ideology. They get the support, they get the love. So you know what? They don't feel any negativity about the choices they made in life. So they won't feel bad about it.
Did you know that being childless and husbandless is actually one of the most powerful things you can be as a woman? Yeah, and I'll say that again because I know it's going to ruffle some feathers. But the feathers need to be ruffled, because for all the young women out there, myself included, who felt or have felt or are feeling like they're behind in life because they do not have a husband, they do not have children, did it ever occur to you, my love, that maybe there are better and bigger things that God is trying to do in your life right now? And maybe he wants you to focus on your relationship with him. That's the man you need to invest into God. Because it's not like I don't ever want a husband and kids. Maybe one day. I was always the woman, I'm telling you, my whole life dream and goal centered around a husband and marriage and children. And, God put it on my heart at the beginning of this year that maybe God has bigger and better for me waiting. And I don't need the husband and children to get that. Maybe I could do that all by myself with God's help. Men are great, like if you find one that treats you well and makes life better, by all means, babe. And if you are married and if you do have children, I hope that you are living in your blessing, in the blessing that you have prayed for, because that's all we ever want. But I am just trying to encourage the young woman watching this video that has just dreamt and hoped and prayed as a little girl and until she grew up to have this husband and kids. And babe, there is so much more in life to that. I promise you. I promise you. And if it's meant to be, it's going to be. Okay? So just chill out. But there's a reason why the rich auntie that has no kids is happy, stress-free, and living her best life. Right, because she has no kids.
I'm going to debunk her logic a little bit and then say something that you might be a little bit surprised about. One, God is a promoter of family. He's not a promoter of career women. So I really want women to really understand what the Bible is about, what God is about. He doesn't promote you being strong and independent. You go, girl, go get your career, go get your bag. God doesn't promote that. And here's the thing where I really want women to understand. What would define you as a woman without a mate and offspring, kids? What would define you as a woman? Because now I think a lot of women can't be able to distinct, human being to woman. Okay? Making you a great woman does not mean by a career, because whether you're a man or a woman, you can do career. Okay? So that doesn't define you as a woman. It defines you as maybe a great human being, maybe a successful human being. Because so what? You have a great job. So what? You travel. How's that? Okay? Bigger, better things for you as a woman. That's the thing, right? Those things do not define you as a woman. It doesn't. Okay? But here's the thing where I also really... This is the thing where I think it's, here's the thing where I think it's fine, right? I'm a big promoter of, if you are happy single, stay it, right? If women like this, and she seems probably better off single. You're happy you're single. And I hear this often, right? The rich auntie. Good. I hope that you will be the rich auntie. Be single and childless, because women like this, I think it's a detriment with this mentality. You don't want kids, you don't want a partner, you don't have the mentality for it, if you get into having a relationship, it'll be dysfunctional. If you become a parent, it'll be dysfunctional. So really, it's honestly, I'm a big promoter of women who are happy single, stay single. Okay? Because I think it's a detriment for you to change that, that way of life. Because women like this will only create women like this. Creating a charging list. You saw that, right? I mean, pause it if you want to see it again. But things like that, where you have to charge men things that you don't like, then don't be with them. It's like, so this is funny because, so you're going to still be with the men that you would charge them with. Huh. So should men charge you whenever you don't want to have sex with them? Should men charge you whenever you don't want to clean? It's like this toxicity, this like way of thinking, this unhealthy mentality. Honestly, you're better off single. You're better off not, if you don't want to deal with men's BS. Cool. I'm big supporter of women staying single, of women not dealing with men because they don't like men. They don't really like men in general. They see men consistently they're just BS. Okay, then don't be it. Because honestly, do we need this? Do we need more divorces? We don't. Do we need more dysfunctional relationships? We don't. Do we need more baby mamas? We don't. We definitely don't need that. You don't need to take the responsibility of continuing the human race on your shoulders. You don't. I'm a big supporter of women staying single and being happy alone. And here's the thing where also I think this is why I also support passport bros. The world's bigger than Western women. Right? I think a lot of Western women, they're better off. They're better off single and childless. So the rest of the world is open as well. Right? Don't just think that, if I can't find a woman around in the US, I'm gonna have to stay single. You don't. Two things can be true at once, right? Western women better off single. Men should try the rest of the world. Oh, I also like to point out the whole bigger and better things, right? What is that? Career, right? More money, buying things, materialism, traveling the world. Cool, right? I guess that's nice. I'm not saying buying shit ain't nice. I mean, I like buying shit too. But when you start buying things, when you start traveling alone, in my personal opinion, it gets to feel empty, right? It gets to feel empty. You go to you go in your house and just echoes. You get that gift, that Amazon gift, the Amazon package. Open it up. It's cool, right? It's nice. Then what? I don't think career, traveling, buying shit is bigger and better things. But I don't know. Maybe that's me. Please tell me what's bigger and better. Okay.
Someone asked me yesterday, do I have a boyfriend yet? I said, what's that, like a disease? No, I don't have a boyfriend yet. I have a skincare routine and a will to live.
I think I'm the only male creator that will stand on this. That I am perfectly supportive and not sarcastically, nothing malicious, support women being single for the rest of their life. Because I think a lot of women are just not fit to be in a relationship, at least not a hetero relationship, right? I think a lot of women are not fit to be in a heterosexual relationship because I just don't think that they have the personality, the mindset to interact with men properly in a just toxic way. Because here's the thing, to call men a disease, okay, I can see why you're single. To not say that you don't have a death wish, I can see why you're single. And this is the thing, again, I support women decentering men, women not getting into a relationship with men ever again, women being celibate, stop, don't be baby mamas, stop interacting with men, just do your job and live your life, enjoy your own life, being single. I'm a big supporter because this is the thing. Just like I believe, shitty parents shouldn't become parents, people who don't love kids or don't, want to raise productive adults, be good parents, shouldn't be parents. So just like I believe people who think the worst of the opposite gender, who absolutely abhors the opposite gender, misandrous, the misogyny, they shouldn't be in a relationship with the opposite gender. And this is a thing where I don't know why maybe I saw a statistic somewhere that 70% of women are bisexual. I don't know if that's true or not. Go for women. Go for this is the thing where I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being hateful. I really support, because here's the thing. I really support women just not decentering men. And this is why I support men branching out, the passport bro things. Because the world is bigger than just the US. The world is just bigger than the Western, countries. And that's why, there's other women out there. There's other women that actually want to be wives, want to be married, want to have family, want to be with men. So that's why it's like I definitely support men branching out, understanding the world is bigger than the Western world, and I definitely support women just staying single for the rest of their life. And I believe for Western women, for our modern day, the strong, independent women, being single is better for you. I really do. I mean, I don't believe it's true, but if you hear a headline saying that single women are the most happiest, then great. Because I find it amazing that if you're so happy single, why ruin it? Why change it? Stay happy single, right? Because I'm a big detractor of, if you are happy single, don't change it. Don't change it. Please don't. Because women like this, in my opinion, is what's giving a bad name to the dating market. Because women like this, who already has a really ugly mentality, will only attract ugly people, not inside, okay? That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, stay single. Stay single, ladies. The 4B movement.
But I can tell you one thing. Everybody that I know is going through some sort of reinvention. One of my friends is in her corporate career and she's moving back to her hometown to go back to uni, and she's 35. Another one of my friends is starting over building a business and she's 33. Another friend is 40 and she just left her job and moved abroad to art residency. I left my tech career at 32. And if you feel like you're behind in life, let me tell you one thing. However long it took you to arrive to this moment to realize that you want to change things, you want to move, you want to start over, you want to end that relationship because it's not working for you, this means that you are right on time. Because the time is now. It doesn't matter how old you are if you choose yourself now.
I'm gonna get mad hate for this. Women are neurotic. Women are dangerous, relationship-wise. Women are unstable. Women are absolutely 100% controlled by their emotions, unpredictable. Just like emotions, you're unpredictable. This is a thing where women are such a losing investment. Western women are absolutely undateable, or they're high risk. They're high risk for long-term relationships. But here's the thing, because I believe, in my personal opinion, the most dangerous emotion for women in relationship-wise is boredom. Boredom. When women think that they want something different, when they're bored, that is it. Everything changes. They will gladly break up relationships, like she said, gladly divorce, gladly leave job, gladly leave stability for something different. And women have shown it constantly, consistently. Controversial opinion, still. I mean, this whole thing is probably controversial. I don't believe in the lies, right? How divorce is. I believe divorce, women, I'm not saying that women don't divorce because of cheating, because of money issues. I'm not saying that, but I think predominant reasons for divorces is boredom. Is women thinking that they want something different. They are bored with their life. They want a different man. They want a different situation. They are bored. I believe that is predominantly the issue. I'm not saying there are no other issues. I'm not. Okay? But I think boredom is the predominant prevailing factor in a lot of divorces, which are followed by majority women. That's the thing where I think more and more men are starting to see it. More and more men are starting to see the high risk that women present in long-term relationships because they are unpredictable. They could love you 1 minute and get bored with you the next minute. They could love you 1 minute and fall out of love with you the next minute. They can see that you are the current best option for them 1 minute and see that, you know what, you are no longer best option. She is settling for you. Women are so controlled by their emotions, which boredom is, okay, that it makes them incredibly unpredictable. Incredibly unpredictable. You hear like all these divorce stories, like, oh, I thought the marriage was great. Boom. It's not that great. Like, women consist, and that video just shows how neurotic, how unpredictable a lot of women are. And that's personal opinion where I believe a lot of men, I hope more men realize that really vet properly. Really vet properly. I think all people, right? But in this case, I think men need to really not ignore red flags. I think all people should not ignore red flags, but I really think that men need to realize that if your woman easily gets bored, she needs constant, consistent stimuli, that is a red flag. If she has lived a life of she's done everything already, you will not satisfy her. There's nothing you can do that will satisfy her. After she's tired of the honeymoon phase, it's over. It's over. This is the thing where I think we will see this more and more. Women will easily get bored of the life that they chose. They will easily get bored. Women will find that and I see this, right? You see more and more women don't know what to do. Right? They're saying they're unhappy in this area, they're unhappy in that area because they consistently need stimuli. Things have to be perfect. Things have to be amazing. And a lot of women finding out it's not. Because life is not as simple as it used to be for women. Because women, the world is their oyster, as you say, as people say. But then they find out that it's, it's easily, once that overstimulation is done, you can't handle it anymore. There's nothing else. So, and then once women get to a certain point where they've done everything, I think they become a place where they're unmarriageable. They're unsuitable for long-term relationships, in my opinion. Clean up dozens of comments where I was insulted because of my tattoo. Is it really that important to men? Here's the thing that I think the internet or social media has affected women. Validation. The only validation women should want is from one man. Or maybe your father and one man. Because here's the thing where it only matters to the man that you want. This is the thing where I find it interesting, where I think women have to understand, what about you is making it harder for you to find the man that you want. That's the issue. Because let's say, personally, right? I don't think that all that tattoos is all that attractive, in my opinion. So it's not for me, but I'm not going to insult a woman for it. But this is the thing where women got to understand. Is their attitude, is their looks, their, I don't know, whatever. Is that attracting the men or the man that they want? Or is that, turning off the man that they want? And then women say, oh, if it turns off him, then he's not the man that you want. Then what a ridiculous idea. That you might as well just be single. You might as well just set and stay single for the rest of your life, if that's the mindset you have. Because you're not trying to find a carbon copy of yourself.
Okay, so you can make us on the cheek.
Yes. Mwah.
No, I want to feel the lip. What's very sweet about me, though?
I think you're going to get the sunglasses in the night.
Do you like the sunglasses?
Best,
look, do you know what it is?
That needs to stop.
I'm very retro, and this is very cool.
Is that a thing?
Look, we got 112, we need another 12.
There
Just because you're my beautiful
It's very loyal. I can't. If I'm with
put your hand
somebody,
on my face.
if I'm with somebody, I'm with
Look how
somebody.
soft you're touching. Yeah, but it don't really matter, though. Like, like you said, we only live one life, right?
But you would feel very differently if I was with you.
No, I wouldn't, because I feel like if me and you are going to be together for life, then I want you to experience everything.
No,
so me and you would do everything together.
But
Okay,
I
good.
respect it.
I'm
It's
gonna
so
respect
lovely
you.
to meet you.
Nice one.
But thank you so much. Yeah, and it's lovely to meet you. And I'm sure our paths will cross
Can
again.
I kiss you on the cheek?
Yes, of course you can.
And then can I kiss the nose, the button nose?
No, you couldn't kiss the button nose.
Can I kiss your hand? You rub my
Lovely
face
to
one more
meet
time?
you. Yes. I have to go home.
Okay. Well, come back here. Come back here. One more on the lips, quickly.
Stop!
Quickly.
No,
Come here.
stop! Mwah. Lovely to meet you.
Men like that is disgusting. They are. And that's why I don't have sympathy for women, because they are easily attracted to shitty men like that. They go for them. They literally would destroy their relationship for men like this. So men like this are shitty. But here's the thing. Why men like this is important, or is a necessary evil, because it wakes other men up. It does. So this is a woman that is in a relationship. Now I'm not saying I know how her relationship, but I'm assuming that she's in a relationship with at least a decent man. And he's loving her to her, whatever. And she could care less about it. Literally going out on the streets, kissing some random stranger. Why is it necessary evil? Because shit like this will wake up decent men. Wake them up. Show them the reality of the world. Show him how being a decent man, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, because when you see the players, the bad boys, the toxic men win. And it's winning. When you can get a woman who's in a relationship, cheat on her man for him, kiss that. That's cheating. That's already there. Cheating already. I don't care what people say. She's literally kissing him. Literally giving her his time, giving him her time. She's cheating on him. He wins the woman. Now, whether he wants to keep her or not, that doesn't mean nothing. He won her. He got her. She said, she showed her their path will cross again. Great. It's like, this is the thing where a lot of women don't realize that men see this shit. That's why they question your supposed loyalty, your supposed angel, image. Because this happens. Men like this have high body counts for a reason. Women go for these men. And I just think this is, it's just really disgusting in my opinion. And this brings up a thing where a lot of women say, oh, why don't men hold the bad men accountable? Why? Because they win. Like, this is the thing where a lot of women can understand. How can you hold bad men accountable when women predominantly go after them? Women will destroy relationships for them. Women will lower their standards for these men. These men win. So why would even bad men listen to good men? When the good man is single and alone, you have the man who's toxic, the man who's a liar, cheater, who is just absolutely disgusting, he gets the girl. So why would that man listen to that man? And logically, that man, the good man, would honestly listen to the bad man, because the bad man is showing results. Good man is showing lack of it. This is the thing where, logically, you got to think. He's showing results, so why would I listen to him? So this is the thing where women don't understand. You can't hold bad men accountable because women take away the consequences. And also, shows you that, women are no better than men. Women cheat just as much as men. Now, I bet you in a woman's eyes, or in her own eyes, she's not thinking that's cheating. She's not thinking that cheating. I guarantee you. A lot of times, a lot of these cheating statistics or whatever, these self-reporting, a lot of women don't put emotional cheating. Okay, they don't equate that, or they don't kiss. Oh, equate. Oh, I'm just kissing when I'm drunk. They don't equate that as cheating. So, personal opinion, I think women cheat more than men. So, let me say this, right? I know it's a joke. I know they're joking and playing around, which is cool, right? And this is not about all women. I'm not saying this is about all women, but this low key shows why a lot of men say older women, women with a lot of life experience, women with high body counts, the more women deal with in their life, okay? Like the experiences they had, when let's say they're 40, 50, whatever, and all the men they've dealt, all the trauma they've incurred, well, that affects them. That makes them really a hard person to deal with. It changes how they view people, especially how they view men, especially how they view men within a relationship context, within dating context. So, you have to think, why do men say older women are red flags? Women with high body counts are red flags. Aggressive, combative women, all this shit are red flags. Because of that. Men don't want to deal with traumas that women have experienced because they've chose the certain types of men that give them those traumas. They were attracted to the men that would give them these traumatic experiences that made them bitter, jaded, and so on. Now, I said, it's not all cases, and yeah, some women might not like, men that are traumatized or whatever, but and kind of how the real world works, women like older men, women like men with experience. Plus, it's just how it is. Women like experienced men. So yes, they have to deal with the men that are kind of traumatized, but men kind of express their trauma in a little bit different ways. Men are not always emotional. Usually they're reserved. That's how they that's how they process their trauma, just ignoring it and stuff like that. Now, those are unhealthy, but I think that's a different conversation. But in turn, yes, women can not like men that have traumas or, have life experience, but technically women love men with experience. They're not going for inexperienced men. Men on the other side, if men had to choose a woman that's inexperienced of the world, and he will show her or he will be with her to experience the world together, to help her, protect her from the traumas of the world, or a woman that has lived a life, she's experienced everything, trauma, she's been with a lot of men, she knows life, she's experienced it. More often than not, men would rather pick an inexperienced woman than an experienced one.